Hi, this is Brian, and first of all, I want to welcome you and I want to thank you for spending the time with me today on this webinar. I want to share with you today a very unique strategy that my team and I have been working on for several months now to put together a system for cosmetic practices that will bring in an additional 300,000 to 500,000 in revenue per year for your cosmetic practice. The first thing I want to share with you is the 5 key business objectives that I had in mind specifically for cosmetic practices. The second thing I want to share is the problem today and the huge opportunity that's there for anybody who comes on board and starts to adopt this strategy. The third thing I'm going to talk about is the solution and how we're going to do that. And then the fourth thing is I wanted to put some numbers together because I wanted to go through the first year's monthly revenue figures with you and to give you the breakdown as I see it. Now these numbers can be adjusted up or down, but I always like to have something to shoot at, and I think any system or any strategy that doesn't talk about numbers and a breakdown of numbers is a complete waste of time. The next thing is I'm just going to have a short conclusion, and the last thing at the end is just one slide that will give you more details about myself and how you can get in touch with me. And so what I've done is I put together the 5 key business objectives. My first goal here is to differentiate your practice from the pack. And what I mean by that is everybody is doing the same thing out there today. They're running the same type of ads, they're running the same type of copy, and what's happening is there's a lot of ad blindness out there now where people just have got so used to seeing the same thing. And so what we need to do is we need to change the way that we market to our audience. So one of the objectives I have for this system is to make sure that we market differently to people out there and we engage them in our business in a way that they're not being engaged currently today. The next objective then is, in order to do what I've just mentioned, is to automate your prospecting and increase your reach. And I'm going to show you on the next slide exactly what I mean by this. The third objective is to automate your marketing and your offer targeting. And I'm going to go through that whole process when I talk about the solution. The fourth objective here is to increase your assets and business valuation. And the way we're going to be doing business from now on with this strategy is we will be building assets for your business as opposed to building operational expenses by throwing more money at advertising. And by building those assets, we will be increasing your business valuation. And that leads me on to the final objective I have here for everybody, and that is to make achieving your exit strategy easier. Now, we all get into business for a particular reason, and the usual one is to make a profit, grow a successful business, and be able to either sell it or to retire and pass it on to a family member. So with that in mind, everything we do in our business each day should be helping us to achieve that exit strategy. And that's why I felt like it was important to put this down here as an objective, because what we're going to do with this strategy again is we're going to help you reach that exit strategy a lot faster and a lot easier. I want to move on now, and I want to talk to you about the problem that's out there today for cosmetic practices and the huge opportunity that brings for you. Now, before I share the problem here, I just want to let you know that I'm not here to bash internet marketers. I have managed internet marketers for 15 years of my career, and I know every service they provide. I know their price structures. I know the good marketers, I know the bad marketers, and in no way am I here to bash internet marketers. There's some very good ones out there. But I am here to be honest with you about what's actually happening out there today and where the biggest opportunity is going to be for your cosmetic practice business. So I have two numbers in front of us here, guys. The first one here is 6% on the left, and then I have a 94% number on the right hand side. Now, to go back to the 6% number, this 6% number represents the amount of prospects that you get in front of every day when you're targeting Google. So all of these services here, SEO, Google Plus, Google 7 Pack, video marketing, reputation marketing, and you can include Google AdWords here as well. All of those services are targeting just 6% of the prospects and patients that you could be attracting into your business every day. And if you look over the far side, 94%, that 94% represents the amount of people in your area that are on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter and other social media sites every day spending hours. And the problem today is that your message is not getting out there in front of them in a way that you're going to be able to attract them into your business. And so what I want to do is I want to solve that problem because it's very simple. The future for attracting leads and prospects into your business is going to be on social media sites. Google is getting very saturated, it's getting very overpriced. Now, what most internet marketers will tell you is that it's very targeted, and they're absolutely right, and I'm not arguing with that at all. But what I'm saying to you is that if you want to succeed in your business moving forward, you have got to find a way to be able to interact and engage the people on Facebook, the people on YouTube, and the people on Twitter that are in your town and your area, and you need to be able to do it in a way where you can invite them into your business, you can nurture them, you can educate them about your services, and then you can eventually bring them in as patients. And that's what I want to share with you today, and that is a massive opportunity, guys. So I'm going to move on now, and I'm going to share with you the strategy that we built and put together that is going to allow you to attract this 94% of prospects. Okay, so now I want to go over the strategy that we put together and the solution that we're going to provide for you. Now, I think before we get into this might be a good time to just stop this video, go and get a refreshment, and if you have a notepad and a pen, because what I'm going to be sharing with you is really powerful stuff. And no matter whether you do business with me or not, these are things that are going to be very useful for you to implement in your business. So if you want to take a break, this is the time to do it. What I'm about to share with you is what's called advanced internet marketing. And this is what the serious internet marketers can do. And this is how they attract people into their funnels. This is a totally different kettle of fish we're going to get into here. So I'm just going to get started now. And what I'm going to do first, guys, is I'm going to share with you the funnel, the marketing funnel that is at the back end of our system that we're going to provide to you as a service and a solution and a way to attract more patients into your cosmetic practice business. I know it's a busy slide, but I wanted to put everything in one place and I wanted to walk through it because it's very important that you understand how we're going to do business with this strategy. And it's a lot different than anything you've done before, so that's why I say it's important that we go through this, because I want you to clearly understand what we're doing. Now, before I get into any of the things on this slide, what I'm going to say to you is everything with true online marketing is you've got to have a funnel, and what you do is you spread your nets out wide as you can. So for instance, if you're living in Dallas, we cover all of Dallas, right? And what we try and do is we try and get in front of as many people and attract them into our business. Now, even though they're not targeted prospects at that particular time, all we want to be doing is we want to get them on a list, and then we want to have a back-end marketing system. And what it does is it segments them into, number one, what I like to call freebie lookers, the people who are always looking for something for free. The second one is the tire kickers. They're just out there to have a look, but they're not really going to do anything. And then the third one are the people that we really want to find. The people who would like to use your services, but maybe they're just not aware of them, or that you haven't reached out to them and they don't trust you yet. And so what our job is here is to reach as many people as we can and then bring them through our funnel. And at the bottom of that funnel then is where your new patients are going to come out of. So I'm going to walk through this, guys, from the top, and I'll explain everything as I go along. So just hang in there with me, because if you can understand this here, then this is how you're going to be successful for the future, and you're going to be so far ahead of any of your competitors who are still stuck over in Google and looking to try and get 6% of prospects, when where they really should be focusing is on all of this stuff that's right in front of you here. So I'm just going to go through it now with you. So the first thing at the top here you see is our prospecting traffic. And what we're going to do to start off is we're going to run ads on Facebook, we're going to run ads on YouTube, we're going to run ads on Bing, and we're going to run ads on other digital networks that we find out there where the 94% of people are hanging out every day. And what we're going to do, now these people are what we call our targets and our suspects. And what we're going to do with them is we're going to get an irresistible offer in front of them. Now let me just talk about this for a minute. Now that irresistible offer could be a very expensive plastic surgery procedure. It could be a $1,000 voucher, and it could easily be something else, right? Now what else could it be? What else could you give to people that would be of value to them so that they would sign up for your business? Well, here's a few ideas for you. As a cosmetic surgeon, or as someone that provides a service that people want, what I always like to tell people to do, you don't need to give away money all the time. What you can do is you can give away information. And what I like to do is I like to play around with giving away free ebooks. So for instance, you could have an ebook that says 3 simple little secret things you can do each day to avoid getting wrinkles. The 4 healthiest foods to eat before 11 o'clock that's going to help you lose weight. So you get the idea here. And whatever services you're providing, I will work with you. So what we're going to do is we're going to become authors of little freebie books that we give away. And those little freebie books are just full of little bits of content, and they're going to look like you're the top author in the world. And we're going to make them look really attractive, and then we're going to give them away to them. And so what people will do is they'll sign up for, so whether it's a competition you're running, or whether it's a voucher you're giving away, or whether it's a free ebook, it doesn't matter. Because what we're trying to do is get as many people on our list as possible. And then after that, what we do in our funnel is we slowly work through them all. The main thing up here is that we are spreading our nets wide, and we're getting as many people as we can onto our lists. The next step after the irresistible offer is these people now become our new prospects, and now we're going to go to work on them and find out what type of people they are. Are they potential patients? Are they freebie lookers? Or are they tire kickers? And we're going to establish trust with them. The next step down, we're going to send them a series of emails, all from our automatic marketing system in the back end. And by the way, can I just say here, guys, you have no work to do here. This is all handled by the system, and the only work that you have to do is to sit down with me once a month and decide what kind of irresistible offers can we put in front of people so that we capture them into our business. Everything else is handled automatically. So in terms of establishing trust, what we'll be doing is sending out a series of emails. We'll be educating them about our products. We'll be educating them about your services, and we'll be putting little incentives there for them. We'll be nurturing them, we'll be educating them about your services, and we'll be putting some offers in front of them just to see how they react. The next step in the funnel is we're going to gather as much data as we can on each of those prospects so that we find out the types of services that they may be interested in if we were to provide them for them. And we also find out here what are the things that are stopping them from taking action and making an appointment to come in and see you about one of your services. So we're drilling down into them here, and what we're going to find out here are things like what are the things about their body that they would most like to change in an order of priority. And on this step here, in the gathering data step, what we do here is we start to segment these people across all your different services, because we'll start to ask them questions about what types of services they would really like if it was put in front of them and if they could afford it. And what they'll tell us then is the types of services that they're actually interested in to solve the particular problem that they have. And then what we do then in the next step of our funnel is we target them with an offer. When they get that targeted offer, assuming that everything else is okay and that the obstacles that have been in front of them, and those obstacles could be just a trust factor, it could be a financial issue, it could be a confidence issue, it could be anything that has been stopping them from contacting you. But at this stage of the game here, we now know a lot more about these people, and therefore, what we do is we have a much better chance of converting them, and your phone is going to start ringing with these people down here as new patient appointments. And let me ask you, what do you think we do with the freebie lookers and the tire kickers, guys? Well, what we do is we bring them back up here and we put them right through the funnel again, and we make new offers to them. Because let me tell you about these guys, the freebie lookers and the tire kickers. They can sometimes be your best friend ever. And guess why? Because they know a lot of people. So what we do with them and the segmented lists that we put them on, and we start to give them little offers and incentives to share our services with their friends on Facebook and Twitter. And so even though they may never use your services, but somebody that they share our message with may become your next new patient. And that's the power of viral marketing. And I'll explain all that as well when I go through the front end services, because we will be doing viral marketing for you. Every time that we promote, we will have viral triggers in each campaign. And so that's why when I say to you we spread our net wide, is because you never know which of those people, even though they may never be a patient of yours, but they may know somebody in their sphere of influence, on Facebook, on their Facebook friends, on their YouTube channel, and anywhere else in social media where they connect. And we want to make sure that your message is getting out in front of all of those people as well. And that's how the funnel system works, guys. It keeps filling up at the top. We keep bringing them in every week. We keep filling it up here, and we slowly go through them all, and we put them through our steps here, and eventually we end up with our new patients making appointments down here. And the other thing that I wanted to say to you is, I also included in the system a whole reactivation process for inactive patients that may have been a patient, in the past, but you haven't heard from in a couple of years. And so what I have is I have a segment and a list over here in the back end marketing system. It will go out and it will start to nurture those inactive patients again and start providing them with some value offers, so that now we get them back into our funnel. And if they've been a patient in the past, it's not going to take very much to get them to come back in again and visit you. So that in a nutshell, guys, is the automated marketing funnel, and this is the whole back end system that works on its own once we set it up, and the only thing we need to do each month is modify it and tweak it to get the best results possible. And the other advantage that a system like this brings to you is you see all these lists over here: targets, prospects, new patients, inactives, sweepstakes, loyalty, and a list for each of the services. Every one of those lists, guys, are an asset to your business, because when you have an engaged list of people that you're communicating with, that is an asset to your business. When you have lists like this, you have the mechanism to run your business just based on referrals, and that is massive. That's a huge, huge, huge asset for your business. And your reliance then on third party sites like Facebook and YouTube and Google and Bing, because you have no control over any of those sites or any of those companies in terms of what they're going to decide to do tomorrow. They may cut off advertising tomorrow. They may up the price of it tenfold to where it's not even worth doing. You don't have any control over it. But But because of the systems that we're putting in place here for you, you have total control over your business. You can decide when you expand your business, what services you expand into. If you want to open up a new office, you know that you have the patience within your own control to provide the revenues for those particular services and offices if you wanted to. And so your business is just in a much healthier spot by doing things this way. So that's all I'm going to say on that, guys, because I need to move on, but I hope I've explained that well enough for you. So I just put one slide together, guys, to show you the benefits of having a funnel system like this, a marketing funnel that is done for you in the background and works 24/7. What you're doing is you're building valuable assets, you're establishing goodwill with your potential patients and all your prospects that are coming into your funnel. You're going to explode your referrals, and eventually you will be able to run your business based on referrals only, and that's massive. The next benefit here is you're going to be able to control your own business. You'll be no longer dependent on third-party companies to provide you the lifeblood for your business. And you'll be able to expand with confidence, knowing that you have within control of your own business the assets and the lists that you need to keep any practice that you have busy. And that's a fantastic feeling to have. So the next thing I want to cover, and we're nearly finished after that. The only thing after that is the year one numbers. But the next thing I want to cover with you is the front end components. We've covered the back end here. I've explained the funnel system to you and the back end marketing system. And now what I want to share with you guys is the front end components that go into the front end of our service. So what I want to share with you now, guys, is the future. The components that go into the system that are going to build your assets for you and are going to have a steady stream of patients lifting phones and calling you. And the business that adapts to this is going to be the winner and is going to dominate their local area for the services that you're providing. So I'm just going to share with you now the front end of our service. Now the first thing I have to do here is I'll have to apologize for these colors, guys. You might need your sunglasses to look at this slide, but I wanted to try and get everything in one place and I wanted everything to have a different color. I hope you'll bear with me with this. But the main thing here is this is our front end and all the components that we've built into our system. And I want to go through each one of them now with you. And I know this is going to work gangbusters for whoever comes on board. So in terms of the service, right, what we've got up the top here is we've got our digital ad network campaign management. And so what we'll be doing here for you is we'll be running ads on all the various networks, specifically Facebook, YouTube, probably Twitter, and any other networks that we think are going to give us the best return. And my team and we will design the ads, we'll set up the campaigns, we'll monitor the ads, and we'll monitor the results. And so all of that is going to be handled by this component of the system up here. And we're going to do all of that work for you, so you don't need to worry about it. The second thing over here then is our viral competition app. And this is software that we developed ourselves that is going to allow us to run viral competitions for you. And on the other side over here, we have our viral voucher app, and that is very similar. It's going to allow us to send out vouchers and have them spread virally across the social media sites on your behalf. And these two things are really, really powerful. The next component down here we have is our lead capture module. And so when we're running all the campaigns up here, we're capturing the leads as they come in. And this is the module that looks after that. The next one down here is our automated marketing back end, and that's the funnel I went through with you guys. So this guy is working 24/7 in the background, communicating with all the prospects that come in the door and keeping them all happy. The next component down here is our lead segmentation and conversion component. And this guy here is the fella that goes through and decides what kind of list everybody should go on and how we're going to communicate with them to convert them. The next component over here is reputation video marketing. Reputation is crucial, guys, and so I wanted to include it here to make sure that we're marketing your 5-star reviews all across the social media sites and the internet for you. So you don't need to worry about that. We'll create the videos and we'll market them and we'll distribute them across all of the major social media sites for you. The next component here then is we will consistently market your brand on a daily basis. Your brand will be going out there every day because we'll have several different offers going on in any given time. And so your brand is going to get seen by all the people in your town that we target for the particular offers that we're running. And so this is going to help you majorly with your brand awareness. And the final component here then that we have our online intelligence gathering module. This is another piece of software that we've developed that allows us to run surveys to people. And this is also the module where we find out the types of services and procedures that these people would like to have if they had the opportunity to get them. And if you were to communicate with them and build a trust with them on a regular basis. So that's all the components that we've designed into the system here, and all of these things together, guys, are what are going to get you in front of that 94% of people that are online every day in your area on the social media sites. And we are going to make sure that your message is out there in front of them, and we're going to close as high a percentage of them as patients for your business. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope you're able to see how this is going to work gangbusters for your business. So I'm going to calm down again, guys, but when you see this stuff all working together, it's really impressive. And if we have time, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick look at what our viral app looks like. Now, you're not going to see much here, and don't worry about it. This slide wasn't supposed to be shown here today, but I just want to give you an idea. So this is what it looks like on a smartphone. Your offer is going to be up here. In this case, it's win £1,000 voucher towards your new body. And then we have our image down here of whatever the offer is going to be. The next thing we have then is we explain what the competition is, and we ask them to share below. And in here as well, guys, what we have is we have got a scarcity timer, and this works really well with our app because it instills in people the need to take an action, or else they're going to miss out. And then down here is where all the magic happens. This is where when they hit the Facebook button, they get to share our message with all of their Facebook friends, and then your advertisement goes out to on all of their friends' news feeds. So if you have one person that hits this button and they've got 150 friends on Facebook, all of their 150 friends are going to see your advertisement. So it's really, really powerful. Now, I can't get into much more here on this today because of time. Just wanted to show you this and give you an idea of what I'm talking about when I say viral apps. And we'll do the same also with vouchers, and we'll do the same also when we're giving away our freebie books, our freebie ebooks, and every other thing that we're doing to try and get people on our lists. So I hope you like that, and I'm going to press on here now. Now, one of the things I promised, guys, was that I would go through the first year's business plan and the numbers with you, and I will do that. But I'll do that on the 30-minute strategy session when you sign up below after this webinar is over. And I hope you can appreciate why I have to do this, because I can't give everything away to everybody today. And those numbers and the strategies involved and a lot of the secret sauce that's involved there are things that I only want to share with people who are going to be my clients. And I need to keep that competitive advantage for my clients. So I hope you can appreciate that. So I'll be delighted to go through those numbers in the first 15 minutes of our meeting. That's not an issue at all. The numbers are there. It's just a matter of walking through them. So I hope that's okay with everybody. Now, we've made it to the end, and I just wanted to say a big massive thank you, and I can lighten up a little bit now. All the heavy stuff is over, guys. I hope you enjoyed what I just shared with you there. And, you know, as a strategy for your business, this is one that you really need to start thinking about incorporating, because at the end of the day, guys, whether it's with me or someone else, you know, social media, mobile marketing and viral marketing are the future of any kind of marketing plans that you're going to have. And I'd love to be the person that's going to help you through implementing strategies like this, so that you're going to have a constant flow of new patients coming in your door every week to support your business. Now, just in case you might be a little bit interested about costings and how much this will cost to put in place, I just want to cover a little bit of that with you now. I like to keep things very, very simple. So what I do is I have a setup charge for everything, and then I have a monthly retainer charge for all the services that we need to provide on a monthly basis in order to make this work. And that keeps things really simple, because I don't like this model that internet marketing companies and software development houses have, where they charge you for every little thing that they do. So if they're doing artwork for you, they're charging. If they're doing SEO for you, they're charging. If they're doing videos for you, they're charging. If they're doing landing pages for you, they're charging. If they're doing viral marketing for you, they're charging. I don't operate like that. Any component of the system that I showed you today is all included in my one monthly price, and if we need to build anything else for you, that will all be included in that price also. So it keeps things nice and simple, and you know where you stand every month. For the first 3 months of the system, until we have everything working properly, I'm also going to be covering the traffic costs, and I'm going to do that for free for you. Now, the only other charge that we will ever talk about is the cost of increasing your traffic after 3 months, when we decide how you want to expand your business, whether it's by adding additional services to the system or whether it's by opening up new offices. And there'll be no reason in the world why we cannot press ahead and start introducing other services or new offices into the equation, and that's when the real excitement starts to happen, guys. And I'd love to be the person to help you start expanding your business the way you want to. So listen, this is Brian. I'm going to shut up now and let you think about what you want to do. And I hope that what you're going to do though is you're going to hit that button below and schedule a 15 to 30 minute chat with me, where we'll talk about everything and see how we get this kicked into gear. And if not, you know, I really wish you the best of luck with your business, because I know myself from my own experiences how tough business can be. And I wish you all the best of luck in the world. So this is Brian saying, I hope you hit that button below, and let's see how I can help you expand your business and dominate in your local area for the wonderful services that you're providing. Thank you for the time you've spent with me today. I really do appreciate it.